when I met my current wife, actually, everything was fine. We were dating, and eventually I proposed. She accepted.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to that, she had just introduced me to her family, and I got close to the mother, who surprisingly was quite young for her age. Actually, she had my wife when she was just 16 years old.
Okay.
So one thing led to another, and she started visiting me frequently.
Your
This
fancy's
was before
mom,
we got married.
your
Yeah.
fancy's mom
Yes.
knew your house.
Yes, she did.
Okay.
So initially it started as visits. She would come, she would drop food stuff at home for me. She would sometimes buy me drinks and all that. So there was an evening I was hanging out with one of my supervisors at the office, and I ran into her at an entertainment spot with two friends of hers. So, they invited us to their table, and we were all just chatting and laughing, and she even introduced me as a son-in-law, or son-in-law to be. And that evening, we're going back home, because I think the driver was taking a while to come pick her up. So I told her that I would drop her at home instead. And I was really drunk. I was really tipsy. She was stable, but when we got to a particular place, I parked to pee, and when I got into the car, one thing led to another. We started kissing and making out. Eventually, we had sex in the vehicle.
Oh my goodness!
And it's just been weighing me down. And to cut the long story short, she actually got pregnant.
What?
There was a time her family had an engagement, and I had to attend. I didn't have a choice. And I saw the son, the boy that she had.
Wait. She had... Your mother-in-law had the baby?
Yes, she did. She did. And because he's the first, they don't have any male children. It was a huge, very big ceremony.
So she wait. Let me help all of us. So she pushed this pregnancy onto your father-in-law?
Yes. We spoke over the phone. I was asking her, why did she have to go ahead to have the baby? She said I wouldn't understand, but my father-in-law has always had some kind of little resentment towards her because she
didn't have a boy.
Children.
So you have a child by your mother-in-law and by your wife. We have two children now.
Exactly.
What are you planning to do?
We have a girl.
We're trashing as per usual, and you can trust us to apply the virtual pressure on any topic we touch. So without wasting time, I'm going to introduce you to the fan favorite panel. We've got Celia, we've got Jude, we've got Ajike, and red lipstick lover Funshaw. Welcome to Trashing. Now, judging from the video you would have watched at the very beginning, I'm sure you can't wait for this guy's opinion. And trust me, they'll be bringing in 110%. But let me go to the men first. So, guys, Jude and Funshaw, given what you've just watched, the guy wants your advice. As a man, what should he do? Let me go to you first, Funshaw, and then I'll come to you, Jude.
I can't go back a bit to before he got married to the lady. If only I could, I would have said he shouldn't have married the lady in the first place.
That ship has sailed.
Yeah, the ship has sailed. So it's not damage control. I think he should just tell the wife. As personally, if it happens to me, so I think, I don't know if I mentioned this before on this show, that if I had a child before, I probably would have gotten married. So, so apart from the love, the companionship, and the regular
sex,
so marriage, sometimes I don't see another thing that's there, like Yeah. So you have a child. That's the other thing very important that you kind of want to get in a relationship or in a marriage. Now you have the child somewhere, even though you cannot claim the child yet. So I feel to save the sanity of all those involved, you should just come out. The worst case that will happen, the wife will want a divorce. So already tell the wife, okay, yeah, let's have this divorce. This is why I'm having it. The mother-in-law also, I'm sorry to say that. Then although the father-in-law wants to kill him, well, at least before he comes out, he should book his ticket to Brunei, where he can have protection from the father-in-law. Then by doing so, you know that you have a child somewhere. The child knows that my father is in Brunei, and you are keeping the sanity of every other person involved. And also, so that it doesn't come out later in future when you don't expect it. Probably you're looking for something, or the child wants to go somewhere and he needs the DNA, he needs the blood transfusion, and then now start looking for the father, and that's when the things will come out. It will now blow in different places that you cannot handle it. But now let it blow in one place so that you can do a damage control on it. So personally, I'm going to declare, I'm going to confess? I didn't do anything wrong because I wasn't married then. Okay, it was wrong. It was wrong. I cheated. Yeah, because I said Celia is going to come for me. So I'm going to do it. And that's why I'm checking again. So I'm going to do a damage control. I'm going to confess or come out. Yeah, we had a one night stand. That son is mine. I'm sorry, dear. Let's have a divorce. If you can't, no, I won't even say if you can't cope with it because I know I might be in trouble when I sleep. So we divorce. So yeah, that's what I would do as a person.
All right, before I go to Jude, so what you're saying, Funsho, is he should confess, because the confession, he has to confess, leave the child there, and then run away to where?
No, don't do mistake. Run to Brunei.
And leave
then
the child
now confess from there.
So who's gonna take care of the child? I'm still confused.
Well, if they now want to give me the child after the confession, I'll take my child with me. But they don't want to give me the child. But I won't be in that vicinity because I'm sure the father-in-law is going to have a double-barrel gun. The wife is going to have a knife ready. So I'll run to Brunei where I'll have protection before I do the confession.
Okay. Jude.
Yeah.
Running away, leaving the child. What should the man do?
I don't have any advice for this guy because he's a dickhead. Simple as that. It's a proper dickhead. It's simple as that. Well, we're talking with hindsight now, but these things do happen. I have very, very close friend. I think I've discussed it with Celia before outside of the show. I have a friend who, the man in the house started sleeping with our own daughter and got her pregnant, and it's big chaos. It's massive chaos because now your wife's son will be nephew to the. It's madness. I can't even put it. So you have a brother to your wife, and one of them is uncle or nephew. It's just madness. So yes, of course they weren't married at the time when that thing happened, but he knew obviously before they finally got married.
Yes.
So I've got no advice for this guy. He should just die.
Jude, I want to cover the guy. Seriously. I want to cover the guy a bit, Jude.
No, he should die.
The guy was tipsy. No, the guy was tipsy.
Tipsy or
not, he didn't know what he was doing.
He should die in a ditch, first of all. No advice for him. He should go hang or jump off the bridge, wherever he is, because it's stupid what he's done. He knows he's in charge of whatever he's done. The pregnancy don't just. I know the woman hid the pregnancy from him, obviously, but for Christ's sake, they weren't married when it happened. If I had slept with my wife's my girlfriend at the time's mother, trust me, the man I am, I will not be marrying that girl because I know he runs straight in the blood in the family. So he should go hang somewhere, man. That's my advice to him, seriously.
So Jude, he needs to jump off the third mainland.
He should go jump off the cliff somewhere. Seriously.
Ajike, Celia, as a woman, let's put our emotions aside for 2 seconds. Just given that this guy has phoned in, it's like he sounded very distraught. What is your advice? What should he do?
Okay, so let me just say, right? It's a very terrible situation. It's chaotic, yeah? And sometimes, you just need to carry some secrets to the grave. And I know a lot of people are going to be shocked, like, silly, are you the moral watchdog, whatever.
No, it's very right. You're very right in what you said.
Just carry, there's some secrets you need to just take to the grave, because at the end of the day, you telling the girl, your wife, right, that, oh, this is what I've done with your mom, what's it going to yield? It's going to yield heartbreak. You're probably not going to see the child that your mother-in-law gave birth to. You're not going to see the child that your wife gave birth to. It's just, there's no need for it. As long as him and the mother-in-law can agree that secret of who the real father of the child is, they're not going to share it with anybody else. I think they should just carry on and just forget about it. He should just carry on, and when he sees the boy, he should just treat the boy as his brother-in-law, because he has given birth to his brother-in-law. So he should just treat the boy as his brother-in-law. And, at the end of the day, it's his wife's brother. So you can also show him love, right? So he should show the boy love, and because his wife gave birth to a girl, right? So at the end of the day, he should just leave it as it is, and they should just continue living their life. That's what I would say, except he is tired of the marriage and he doesn't want the marriage anyway, and he wants to throw a grenade in there, and then he doesn't care. Then he can do what Funshaw suggested, travel somewhere and then throw the grenade and say, okay, this is what is going on. But if it's a marriage and he really loves his wife and this thing happened by mistake, then he should really just forget about that it ever happened and move on, because his wife is never going to forgive him. And I don't think his wife is going to say, oh, thank you for telling me, thank you for being open about it and telling the truth. By the way, now you've given birth to my brother. It's a mess, right? It's a mess. So if it ain't broken, just leave it. Just move on like that.
If it's not broken, don't fix it. Ajike, as you pose like this, I say, no, I agree with everything on this panel. So move me in the direction of the wind. What's happening? What advice do you have for this brother?
Because I have a question first. Does the person watch crime and investigation, all those kind of programs? Because if he watches those kind of programs, like Celia said, he will take his secrets to the grave. He will take it to the grave, because there's really no point. If everybody has said it, or there's really nothing to try. Because if he speaks, he's ready to just dabaro everything, just wants to break everything down. Judah said he's a douchebag in the first place. What are you partying with your mother-in-law? What he brought you people together in the same place? I'm really trying to understand. I really don't understand how I'll be so comfortable that I will be drinking and tipsing together and whatever will now fall into the same bed. I'm trying to understand.
No, they had sex in the car.
Yeah, whatever.
And another thing the boy could have done, yeah? Now, for me, I think the boy must have been eyeing this his mother-in-law, because, I mean, I don't know how old. I don't know how old the woman is. I don't know how old his wife to be is. Because I'm sorry, I see my mother-in-law in a club, right? She's drunk, and I'm taking her home. I'm going to be phoning my fiance and say, look, your mom is in the car. She's heavily drunk. You understand? Like, what's going on? Where should I take her to? But instead you took her home and then you push her.
You guys are missing something.
What are we missing?
In the video we watched before we started this program, it said the mother-in-law is 15 years older than the wife. So they gave it very early in life. She's still paying.
Fine.
Very paying. Like very, very paying with red lipsticks, and she enjoys her life.
Go on.
That's one.
Yeah, sorry, Baba, red lipstick. Any red lipstick person is in trouble.
Secondly, they went, like I said, she's still paying, so she goes clubbing at late 30s, 40. You are still in the market for some ladies.
If I had a child at 16, that child would be 26. If I had a child at 16,
so the girl gets 26.
So I'm not disputing that, but please, miss me with that bullshit of telling me that her own boyfriend will now see me.
No, listen.
No, forget that. Maybe even if I'm going clubbing, I'm going anywhere. Even if I'm paying everywhere. I don't think. I think Celia said it from that club. I say, it's Motiyo,
but the guy too was also drunk now. The guy too was also
tipsy. He said he was tipsy.
Funshaw, let me quickly
and drunk.
Well, I don't drink, so I don't know. I don't drink at all.
He said he was tipsy. Tipsy is different from drunk. Things happen.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me hear from Jude.
Things do happen. Things do happen with that when alcohol is even mixed.
Exactly.
I've been in a situation like that. Not with my mother-in-law. My wife's mother was old anyway, so I couldn't have start looking at her legs or something. Look, this is a friend. It's still a friend. Had a drink at my place. He left early. I can't remember why he left early. The wife wanted to continue drinking. She drank more. And she said, okay, this was it. We need a cab to go home. I can't be bothered with the hassles of grabbing a London bus now. The house where they lived was like, what, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes if they drove at the time. And my friend, being a guy who was very tight with, he's an erudite with his money, and said, no, we're going to walk it. You could tell that this woman was tired. We do these things. Yeah, sometimes I would be in that position too and say, no, we're going to walk it. Whatever level of alcohol in your system. And he just left with the kids, and she remained. And she decided to walk away. And we said bye and everything. I think about 2-3 hours later, got a call from the guy. I can't find my wife yet. My wife is not home. I was like, oh my God, this is exactly what I told you. Just get that cab already. £5, it's not going to kill you. And this was days before Uber, And I came out. I ran straight out and I said, I need to go look for this woman. And by going out on the street, and I found her in front of the police station at the bus stop. She was completely gone. She had vomited on her side of her body. And I grabbed her, carried her. I'm like, the first thing I did was call the Oga. I don't find your madam. So I go carry and go back house. And I called my wife immediately. I found your friend. I'm bringing her back home, straight up. Even a police officer came because he seen a black man with a white woman around that 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. Now something to shout, and the policeman came to me and said, what is happening here? And I was really pissed. And I was like, mind your business. It's got nothing to do with you. This is my wife's friend. I'm taking her back home. What I'm trying to say, that's an opportunity. She was tipsy and she was all over me. She was like, she knew I was there, but she wasn't in her real senses. So I could have taken an advantage of her. You see where I'm going? So he too could stay back and not take advantage. So I go back to what GK is saying. There's already a like. He's already been looking at her.
Saying, that is what I was trying to explain.
My woman. So that's why he did what he did. So you could curtail all of that excesses and not do it.
Jude, so, that's what I was trying to say, that you guys didn't allow me finish. That in the story we listened to, the guy was the one tipsy, not the woman. The woman took advantage of the guy. So we should be blaming the woman, not the guy.
Oh, the woman wasn't tipsy.
The woman wasn't tipsy. The woman was waiting for a taxi. The taxi wasn't coming. The guy offered to take the woman home. So the woman took advantage of the guy.
Funsho, hold on.
I don't see how that is possible.
Yeah, let's pump the brakes. But you see, the guy has said something which I want the four of you to think about. He said he really wants to tell his wife. So at what point should he tell his wife? He said his wife is a wonderful soul. He doesn't want to crush. He wants to stay in the relationship, but he wants to tell his wife. Maybe they can then move on from that. So as women,
what was he going to tell the wife? The night? Was he aware of the night the next day, or what was he going to tell the wife?
He wants to tell that there's a child now, that the child is...
Okay, so he wasn't aware of the sex that happened, because for sure he's saying he was taking advantage of it. So he wasn't aware of it.
He should have told that then, when they had the sex.
So there's no point.
But he didn't know that a child was going to come now.
Not a child or not. Was he aware
they told him now.
That the sex happened? Was he later aware that the sex happened? A day or two after, was he aware?
But the next morning he knew sex had happened.
Then exactly, that girl was his girlfriend.
He should have told her.
He should have not told her nothing. Cut the thing there and there and said, "Birds of safe feathers." I'm not doing this. That's what
you know what? Even if he now told her, some people can even go ahead. Some women will say, "Okay, I still love you," whatever the case. But it should have mitigated a lot of issues.
Exactly, and he didn't do anything.
You should have told her, if the girl now says, "Okay, I love you so much, I don't mind marrying you. You, the father of my brother, and my stepchild, I be stepson. I don't know how the solution. I be
brother-in-law. Okay.
Brother-in-law, nephew, uncle, everything.
All manner of things.
All manner
of names in that small place.
All right.
No, man.
Celia, were you gonna say something?
No. I really don't have. I don't have anything to say. This is a messed up situation. Whether he took advantage of, whether the woman took advantage of him, or he was tipsy, she was tipsy, and they decided to do it together. I think there was already an admiration going on from perhaps both parties, because sometimes, no matter how drunk you are, you still know what you're doing. So before they take off your clothes, you know, they did it inside the car itself. It must be so uncomfortable to have sex inside the car. I mean, come on, I don't know how big the boy is or how big the woman is. Come on now, it's not that comfortable to have sex inside the car. And where did they even park to be doing all these things? Did people not see them? Were they not worried that people would see them? Do you understand? And for the girl's mom, I mean, come on, dignity, your daughter's husband to be.
Some people don't have dignity. That one, I've seen it. I've watched too many.
I mean, if really and truly,
some people don't understand that.
If really and truly the woman took advantage of the boy, then of the man, then the man should be able to wake up the next day and say, actually, what did you do? You raped me. It is rape.
Oh, exactly.
Simple. Do you understand? And if they were both drunk together and they did it because they were drunk, then the woman, one of them should have woken up the next day and say, what did we do?
What have we done?
Do you understand? I don't just get it. It's a mess. And
personally, I think that this would have been an easier case. This has happened. He should have told the girl from the start that, okay, oh madam, this is what happened between me and your mom. Now it's left to that girl to say, okay, I want to carry on. If she now finds out that there is a child involved, some people still have heard funny stories. I don't know if people who read the Daily Mail. I read all manner of things from that Daily Mail. At times I just begin to wonder, are people normal? No, it's true. You hear, so some people can take it. Some people have the heart, they have the capacity to still stay in those kind of situations and love the person. Some people have it. Me, I don't even have it.
Come to Jeremy Kyle show, you will see all sort of nonsense.
Okay. All those kind of Jerry Springer. In fact, Jerry Springer is the father of them all. You know, when you hear, in fact, when I was young, I think that these things were fabricated.
No, they're real life stories.
I began to understand that there are some places in some parts of, especially the US, there are some states like that, you know, some Alabama
Minnesota,
places,
all of them, Alabama.
And there are some places that allow those
the
kind of
backwaters
things.
of America.
In fact, you go to backwaters of America, they allow those kind of things. So for me, it's normal. I think that to them, it's normal. But me, I cannot accept it. But some people will. They say, okay, I don't mind my mom having my husband's son, and I will still remain there. Some people will now cut off the mother.
And keep the son.
Mother. You know, they will stop. There might be some stopping of some relationship, but it's the girl's decision to make. But they should have confessed when it happened. It's not now. I'm sure this boy they're talking about now, maybe it's like 9 years ago, 10 years ago.
Yes.
And with no sense story.
Stories that touch the heart. But let me ask, and this is specifically to Celia and Ajuke. The mother-in-law stated that she desperately wants a male child to secure her home. Is that a justifiable reason for what she has done? Hold on.
It's not justifiable.
Hold on. And is our culture to be blamed? So let me go to the women first, to the ladies first.
I'm a Yoruba. I don't know. I know some houses, so Yoruba people don't really stand on that. You have boy, you have girl. Some people do.
They do.
Not all. Yoruba is broad.
On the Yoruba
is broad.
It depends on the Yoruba. It's not our normal. It's not a hair. It's not. Yes. It's some other people that is do or die that you must have a son.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I was pregnant, somebody that had children. She had children. I was still looking at her and when I had my son, I receive. Me, I was wondering that you have plenty of children. What is I receive? So no, it's true. What is I receive? You have children. Children is children. But there's some places. I've seen people that have died. They've died all because they want to have a son. So for some people, so I don't know where this woman is from. I don't know why she wants to secure her future, and this is the only way she can secure it. All well and good. But it's somebody that is from that part of the world that can really answer that. Me, I can't answer it because where I'm from, you have boy, you have girls, send them to school. Everybody has, when you die, if you die in testate, that's without a will, everybody will share it equally.
Okay. Celia,
yeah.
Could you just think about it? Because she's desperate to have a male child to secure her home. Could this be a justifiable reason? And then the same question applies to you. Is our culture to blame for this?
No, our culture is not to blame, because how did she know she was going to have a male child with the boy? She could have had a girl.
Thank you.
She could have had a girl. So no, our culture is not
Thank
to.
you.
The woman is just a very promiscuous woman. That's all I can say. Because I was just listening to the video again, and the boy said he went to a bar. It was like a music thing, right? And she met the woman and her friends, and the woman saw her and then invited him and his friends to their table and introduced them as her son-in-law to be. At the end, her driver was taking time coming. So she said, okay, I'll take you home. Do you understand? And they started kissing inside the car. Do you understand? And the mother-in-law was going to drop food for the boy. Come on now. Which mother-in-law? Any of your mother-in-laws have time to be going to the son-in-law's house to drop drinks and drop food?
Potential son-in-law.
Potential. So that's why I said this was all calculated. Whether it was calculated by the boy or it was calculated by the girl.
The man has a hand in it.
Yeah, they both have a hand in it.
This story is not straight.
Yes.
Because normally, when you're kissing each other and you know you're not supposed to be doing it, something in your brains will tell you, you will hesitate. Do you understand? And that's when it's now a do or die decision. You say, you know what, F it, I'm doing it, or no, I can't do it. They were kissing. So there was even foreplay in the whole situation. And then they now carried on. No. He should just forget about it. And no,
Celia.
our culture, hold on,
guys, I'll come to you guys.
Our culture is not to blame, because at the end of the day, we can't always hold our culture accountable for everything. People have common sense. And like I said before, it's choice. You have to choose, and every decision you make has a consequence. She made the decision to sleep with the boy. The boy made the decision to sleep with him, regardless of how tipsy he was, right? But he could still drive. So, excuse me, he wasn't that tipsy.
He wasn't tipsy.
Do you understand? He could still drive the woman home because her driver didn't come. Normally, when you are really drunk, you are not able to drive. But he was able to take the woman home. So which means he still had some reasoning ability. He was still coherent to an extent, but he knew what he was doing. And the woman just wanted to take a chance. Do you understand? So normally when you do something like that, you will take a pill. You take the morning after pill so that you don't get pregnant. Right? Or you use a condom. Well, let's assume there was no condom. At least the morning after pill to prevent pregnancy. Because you know who you are sleeping with. This is not just any man. This is your daughter's fiancé, husband to be. And then you now got pregnant. And then you became like, okay, what do I do? I don't know whether to. I'm sure the woman even kept the pregnancy, didn't tell the guy, and waited to check the sex of the child. And once she knew it was a male child, she's like, I don't care. F it, I'm keeping this one. Do you understand? So no, our culture is not to blame. The both of them are the ones who made the decision that has ruined the lives of many other people. Because it has ruined the life of the fiance, the child that the fiance, the wife now has for him, the life of this boy that the mother-in-law has given birth to, and the life of the father-in-law. Because he didn't bargain for this. Look at the embarrassment he's brought to this family. Do you understand? Like, you don't, I don't know.
Okay. So, Celia, before I go to Jude and Funsho, there's some children that are destined to come. Yeah. So if you use money after pill, they will hold on to that money after pill and give it to you during when they come. So there's some kids that plan to come and embarrass you if you have been useless in your destiny. Now, Jude, it's true. Jude and Funsho, let me come to you, Jude. Like I said, what she did, the mother-in-law, given this whole ideology, you have to have a male child, your lineage continues that way. Is this a justifiable reason to want to have a male child?
Justifiable, okay. Nothing is justifiable, but I think
our culture to be blamed.
You know me with culture, business, and traditions. Look, I just slaughtered somebody recently who said, not slaughter in the literal sense. He was calling me saying, my father's elder brother had died, blah, 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 as a prince. I should be doing some crap for him. I said, hey, I don't know this man from Abraham. What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, he said he knew you when you was young. I said, and so? Don't ever call my phone again. I don't have any business. You guys say, no, you're from the royal family. You shouldn't throw it away. Without the royal family, you are nobody. I said, excuse me. If you open your mouth to say that again, you'll be in some big trouble. So you know me already with traditions and culture. I just dump them in the bin. The Bible, if we must go there, says anything that upsets you, that easily sets you astray, do away with it. So culture, tradition in the bin. I don't care about these things. She cannot use that as a rationale behind what she did. She's a complete liar. She's promiscuous. She and this guy has been doing it behind before. It's not the first time. she's been pinching his bum. He's been, ooh, let me be. Ooh. Look, we all get these things. It's happened before, and that's why I say it takes two to tango. So if somebody hits me, if my wife's friend slapped me on the bum or her sister does it, and I responded, ugh, she will know, okay, Judy's open to it. But if I go with some kind of body language, she will know, okay, it's a no-go area.
Exactly.
People try stuff off. People try stuff. You can even do it with friends. To be like, let me see if this chemistry we have on screen is working. Let me touch Yuri like that. If she responded, I'll say, wow, she's open to it. But if Yuri said, no, Jude, don't do that next time, please. We're too close. Don't ever go there. I might have to pull you up on it. Then you stay away. You see where I'm coming from. So this is medicine after death. They've done everything they've done. She wants to blame me on culture. It's a big lie. First, but why I won't disregard the whole culture thing away like that is because, again, the woman is a woman who's going to suffer. That's this guy's so-called wife to be or whatever. So she's willing to sacrifice that woman on the altar of culture because of a male child. Buhari is a male child. See how useless he is. Huh? see all of them, how useless they are. The male children, we have them, Femi Fani-Kayode and the rest of them. See how useless they are. And she wants to sacrifice her daughter, who's done well, obviously, by herself, for a useless Buhari to be or a Femi, I don't know. I don't know if you get my point. So the woman, again, is suffering in all of this. That guy is a complete liar. So if he's the one coming to ask for help on social media, yes, I'm talking with hindsight. These things happen to all of us. Like I said, he should go jump off a cliff and die somewhere. I'm not giving him any advice. He's a liar. He's a complete liar.
Funsho, you have been finding excuse for this man from the go.
No, I'm not.
Hold on. But look for an excuse for the woman as well. Is what's given that most Nigerian men tend to favor their male children? Is this a justifiable reason? And sometimes it's not easy to discard culture. Is our culture as a Yoruba man that is well aware that it's important to some Yoruba people that you must have a male child or you're deemed useless? Is our culture to blame?
I agree with what everybody has said, that culture has nothing to do with this. But I just want you guys to know that in some places in Nigeria or in Africa generally, there are still people that still hold that belief that the male child is supreme. It is a rubbish belief. I don't care. I just want healthy, well-to-do children. I don't care whether they are males or they are females. You get? So looking at what this story is, this woman could be unfortunate to be married to one of those kind of men that wants a male child. Yeah. So, but her going to this extent of sleeping with the son-in-law, there's no excuse for it. You get? And Celia said it earlier, she's promiscuous. Maybe this one eventually stuck. She probably would have been sleeping with other guys before. You get? And that's why I'm saying the wrong thing the guy did here was to go ahead to marry the fiance. If he didn't marry the fiance, I didn't see the guy doing anything wrong. You get? Because it was a case of a girl and a guy. They met, they agreed to do something. You get? So where he got it all wrong, because I know in the story, he said the first time he met the mother-in-law, he was like, man, she's paying. Like at this age, you get.
Exactly.
So he had interest. He had interest, like, oh, she's cute. The woman too, for her to be giving food and all those things, had other ulterior motive. Now the ulterior motive and the interest now aligned, and something happened.
Ulterior motive and interest.
You're very spot on, for sure. You're
aligned, and something happened. Yeah, and that's why I'm saying I'm not blaming the guy for what happened. I'm blaming the lady for everything because she had what she wanted to do. Where I'm blaming the guy now is why he went ahead to marry.
So do that marriage.
If I'm not married the fiance, we won't be having this. Yeah, we won't be having this discourse right now.
For sure, can I just chip in there before you go any further? You can't just say you can't entirely not blame the guy, right? Because two people met and two people made a decision that they wanted to sleep together, and they did. Because let's be honest, this is the kind of excuses that men just feel they can just go around cheating on their partners. He was an engaged man. He was not a single man, right? He was engaged. It was his fiance this is his fiance's mother. Do you understand? So there's two wrongs there. The first one is
I can still break up with the fiance.
Well, no, but what I'm saying, he could do that.
Yeah.
He could do that. But what I'm saying is, it's not entirely correct for you to say that he didn't do anything wrong. A man and a woman in a relationship to the point where the man has asked the woman, would you marry me? And the woman says yes. The woman has a ring on her finger. That is a committed relationship, right? They're getting ready to marry. Okay, and this is why the mother-in-law to be felt so close to this guy that he could go to his house and drop foodstuffs. So the boy was in a committed relationship. So the fact that he stepped out of that relationship to sleep with another woman, regardless of who it was already something bad. But I know, as usual, men, they would excuse.
No, it's not like men excuse. I used to say something. Until I say I do and sign that dotted lines, I'm free.
So wait, Funsho, no. Funsho, don't do that. You're setting a precedent that's very wrong. So are you telling me it's okay for any man who is in a relationship, whether there's ring or not, to go around cheating on their partners?
It is wrong. But what I'm trying to let you know, it is wrong. But what I'm trying to let you know now is the man could decide to break up with the fiancée.
Fine, but what I want you to acknowledge is that the fact that the man did something wrong by even stepping out of that relationship at all.
Totally wrong. Totally wrong. I agree with that. But what I'm saying is, until he's married, he still has a to like cut the relationship and not go ahead and marry that woman and put
absolutely.
Look, for me, I will always say this. I'm not a moral police. I don't judge people's morals because, look, I fail every minute of my life. Yes. It's possible he would have seen his girlfriend at the time's mother and said, wow, your mother is hot. I know I've opened my loud mouth to say that about my friends, their wives' mothers. I was like, whoa, now your mother-in-law be that woman hot too. Jesus, he has he hot. One of my friends, his name is actually Jude. We used to play football together. One day I met him on the street. We were going Greenwich together on the bus. And he said, hi, Jude, that's my mother. When I saw the mother, my mouth just opened like that. It couldn't close. This guy was confused why my mouth open for him, mama. If you see the mama, Beyonce got nothing on her. And I didn't know why. I said, oh my God, I know where you got your handsomeness from. I wasn't tripping for the guy, I was tripping for the mother. You see what I'm going? If that was my girlfriend at the time's mother, and it was the first time I'm seeing her, this is why I keep telling people, it's our biological construct as humans. You will go, wow. It's like some women, they see Idris Elba walk past on the screen, and they're there with their husbands, and they're saying, I will do everything to have him. It's the human instinct. You've said it. You've said what? Whatever you like or don't like. You see where I'm going with this? But what I'm trying to say is they then went on to act on that. Then he should not have continued with the girl. He should have become a player to both of them and not be committed. And either you tell her or just continue with the deception. So you should have continued with the deception. Him coming now on this gram and social media saying, I need help. No, that's a big lie.
Bullshit.
It's a big lie. Come on. It's a big lie for the woman too, because there are other guys there. She could have just slept with any Dick and Harry on the street and keep the pregnancy and don't even know who the dad is. For her to do it with somebody she knew, connected to her own daughter. That's why I said she is proper evil. She calculated it.
And another thing.
And the guy did too. So.
And another thing for me is, right, if she knew, I take it that even after she slept with her son-in-law to be, she was still having sexual intercourse with her husband. That's why she was able to palm the child off on her husband. So why did she even open her mouth to even tell the guy that this is your son? Why didn't she just keep it quiet and just move on? Why didn't she do that?
Because, some women would do that. They'll be like, I slept with him, I don't know who owns this pregnancy. So she's not going to open her mouth. So she's a calculative bee.
She should have just left it and just said, oh, this is my husband. Sometimes, that's why the saying goes, it's only a woman that really knows who the father of her children is. And this is a clear example of it. She should have just shut her mouth, had the child, palm it off on her husband as she was already doing, and but this woman is a ruthless somebody. She does not care who she's hurting.
She hates her daughter.
Now Celia is getting my point. Now Celia is getting my point.
I'll come to your point. Ajike was about to come in. Ajike, what were you going to say?
I agree with everything Jude has said. Was really what's that woman? She's just wicked. She's just wicked, and she's loose. She's just a loose woman. So really, there's no point to this. Is it that he's ready? Well, I've said it from the beginning. Is he ready to just break his home, break all those relationships? If none of those relationships are him, he can go ahead and anybody wants to tell. other than that, I think you should just, like Celia also said, there are some secrets you just take to the grave. It's just leave it to God. When you get to
Leave it to God.
It's best to leave it that way.
Get your punishment.
What if the child tomorrow needs a blood transfusion?
I will come to that.
Blood bank.
They can go to the blood bank.
That marriage and the family, everything will still be. Why not people break it down? Control the damage.
Are there no orphans that need blood?
Exactly.
And then no orphans that need blood.
But they will eventually do that test at that point, and that's when they will find out. And the damage control will not be possible.
Let us get to that. See, the best time for that guy to have confessed was at the beginning.
Yeah.
Simple.
The next time to confess is at the end. When somebody finds out something, because confess was at the beginning. Now the next one is at the end. When Kasala has lost, you will now say, "Tom, I wanted to confess, so what should mom? Not true. I love all of you. I didn't want to cause any rancor. I didn't want to cause any wahala. But now, okay, whatever has happened. This is it. But I will not go and say it by himself.
Okay. And then Jude can.
I've finished. What I said was that the best was at the beginning, and the next best time is at the end when something happens, or if something happens. Because if he goes by himself, obviously it means that there's no relationship that is important to him. He's not ready to keep any of the relationship he has with anybody.
Point.
Relationship matters to him. Then he can go ahead and say, okay, there's no lack of a better word. Fuck it. Let us spoil everything. But if he knows that these people are still important to him, he still wants to be seeing his son, he still wants to be seeing his own children. Woman, if I'm his wife, the one I even gave birth to him, he will not sit down with you. Yeah. He will not see anything. At the end of the day, he's going to be at the losing edge of the whole thing.
At this point, I agree with everything everybody has said. I believe we are all different human beings. We are all different individuals. We have different opinion and point of view. Yeah, I am a person, I like to get ahead of the situation. I don't like to be caught unawares.
So you would like to go ahead for better.
I have to get ahead of the situation, and that is why I'm saying that the damage will be able to be controlled if I let the cat out instead of it coming out. Maybe it would even come out with my father-in-law and the mother-in-law somewhere that I'm not there. And the next thing, the father-in-law just come and give me boa. I'm gone. So why not me tell you so I can still keep my life, my head on my neck, say it and run away to Brunei, where I can be protected.
Well, do you have a passport? Hold on. Sorry, Funsho, is it that you have a family member, you've done this before? Because you know where to run to.
Is that even a place?
Well, he knows to go have extradition right.
Exactly, there's no extradition right in Brunei.
Is that even a place? Is it a place?
It's a place. Absolute monarchy. Nobody can touch it. Nobody can see it.
He used to be the richest man in the world, if you remember.
And all politicians used to run away there. They run all this stupid.
We have no extradition rights. That's why he's running there.
Sorry to cut you there. Let me go back to you. You were saying something.
No. I was laughing at what they were saying. No, I'm not
okay. So, Funsho, Jude, running away, not running away, bringing the secrets. Like being closing before we round this up. Celia said something. He said, "There's some secrets you take to the grave." Is it always that easy to just go with the secrets? You think nothing will hurt this?
I think Celia is right, though.
The child in question.
There are secrets you take to the grave.
I think Celia is very right. Celia was looking at the utilitarian approach for the greater good of the many.
Yeah.
Some things you keep your mouth bloody shut.
Yeah.
Because you say these things, you go still, you die still. You'll be hurting a lot of people, causing a lot of damage.
Yeah.
See, I know somebody who called me out of the blue one day and said, "Boy, I did trouble." What happened? This guy started contacting him on Facebook and said, "You are my father." And he said, "What? I don't know you." But when the guy sent pictures, oh my God, it was like twin brother. And he called me, said, "Come to my yard." And I went. And I said, this is like just came out of you. What? Did you know about this? A guy actually honestly know. What happened was,
children.
No, what happened was he actually, when him and this boy started talking, and he realized he dated this lady, the mother. And the woman never ever told him that you have a son, but the woman told the son that your father is into music and is in London. And this guy started searching. My father is a musician, he's in London. I don't know how he managed to find that. And this guy, why he called me now he's married, didn't know anything about that. So this is honesty. Now he said, Jude, I don't want to enter trouble. What did I want to tell my wife with 3 children here? You know what I told him? And that's exactly what Ajike was trying to allude to, the beginning and the end. I said, open up truly to her, call her and say, look, because truly and truly, you don't know. If you knew you had a child from before, you would have told this woman you're about to marry, say, I have a child from before, in case you find out later, not called
Was this relationship before he dated his current wife?
Yeah, this was in Nigeria way back when they were in their small years. Yeah. So, but these things do happen. That's why I'm bringing it back. He was in a dilemma now, saying, hey, how do I tell this woman? Would this woman ever believe that I'm telling the truth? I said, yes, you've got proof.
The age of the child.
On Facebook and everything, and the age of the child. Yeah. But still, that's a honest person. That's a good person. He was still like, oh my God, which can't trouble with this?
And did he tell his wife then?
He did. He was very excited too at the same time, like, wow. See how he looks like me.
And how did the wife take it?
I haven't asked him now how she managed to take it, but they stay together, so hopefully his things are not out of the window.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is, a point comes when you tell them, if I had a child before I go into my marriage, I would tell my wife. Now, if I had not told my wife from the start, and me and my wife now, we've been together since 2005, I ain't telling her now I'm going to die with that grave. Trust me, why come and tell her now, and I didn't tell her in the beginning? So you need to manage those, how you just open your mouth and say those things. This guy is a calculated person. The woman too was calculated, because there are so many men out there. She could have done it with keep the child and never told those people. They will never meet again. One night stands, or how they call it. But she decided to do it to her daughter's boyfriend. So she hates that daughter like mad. She hates that daughter.
She does.
I'm thinking of, what I see. There's nothing you do that is perfect in this world.
You know what, Funsho, the way you're sounding, wait. Funsho, the way you're sounding, you sound like the guy. You sound like you can do something like this.
No, I cannot do something like that. What I'm saying is, see, you ladies, Celia, Yori, and Ajike are the ones that will say, don't keep it. I'm pointing you to on my screen because I don't know what to say right now. Yoli's, I joked. Okay, sorry. Yori, Celia, and Ajike. You are the same ones that will say, don't keep any secret from your wife. Tell your wife everything. Now you're saying, take it again to the grave.
No. Hold up.
What is it with we guys? No,
I have never on this show. Let me just make it. I have never on this show, said I think we must have done a topic about secrets, and I have never on this show said you should keep certain. I said you should only keep certain secrets, and I have said things like mobile phones, right? I have said things like mobile phone. Once you are in the relationship, once you're in the relationship, there's no point keeping secrets, but a relationship that this boy didn't even know the woman was pregnant until she probably had the child and then said, here's your child. Do you understand? So what I would say to that, to the woman, I'm not even talking about the guy here, the woman, you should not even voice it in the first place.
Yes.
She shouldn't have said anything.
You should, because of the circumstances, everything at HQ. Because of the circumstances. If you went and cheated on your wife with another woman, you can say, okay, I'm sorry, I had a one-night stand. But no, you cheated with your mother-in-law, and you want to now come and open your mouth and tell your wife, I cheated with your mom. And not just that, she now has a son. Well, they worry you.
And that's why I said, we have said before, the guy might not even know. See, it happens to guys. I cheated on my wife. Wait, Jody, let me just finish. No, wait. What I'm trying to say is that I cheated on my girlfriend. Fine. I probably should have come out to say that I cheated or this and this happened. But sometimes guys will, it happened. I shouldn't have done that shit. But he didn't know probably the mother-in-law was going to get pregnant and the child was going to be involved.
This is not marriage. This is my girlfriend's mother. It's different from friend.
Yeah,
friend
honestly.
That's what makes it bad. And I said from the beginning that I said from the beginning that what he did is absolutely absurd.
Okay, let's look
wrong.
But
what I'm saying is,
if my wife now come and say, I slept with your dad before we got married.
You don't finish now. Marriage don't finish now.
Daniel, your son, you think is your son, is your father's son.
It's your brother.
And marriage don't finish now. That's what I'm saying. That the guy should come out. Marriage don't finish.
Would you have expected her to tell you or just die with that secret?
Tell me, so that I can end the marriage and I can say, yeah, that is me.
You know one thing I want to say. Funsho does not really value marriage. The way I'm seeing this, he wants to go to that Brunei and go and
find red lipstick women.
And don't find everyone red lipstick woman. We should put everybody up and down. Funsho is not everybody that's like some people. They want to still stay with their wife. They like their wife. They like their family. They like people around them.
No, I get what you guys are saying, but you guys are not just getting me for my point.
No, I get you. You're thinking, okay, this has happened. Let's just move on and things like that. But you see, it's not clear cut. But I'm gonna leave it like that. The guy is gonna be watching the show. So in one word, just one word in closing, because if I leave it to Aduke, this guy might not live to see tomorrow morning. Let me move swiftly to Celia. Celia, in one word, just give this guy one advice, just one, and let's move it.
Don't tell your wife.
Good. Okay, Jude.
I'm so sorry if you're watching or you're going to watch it that I said jump off the cliff and all of that. But we're talking because we have the opportunity and the benefit of hindsight. Look, man, this is chaos for you, bro. I don't know how you're going to get out of this, So that's why I gave you the advice of jumping off the cliff, because sometimes it's the only way out. Just ask the ground to open. That's what I would have asked, because this is too much. I don't know how you're going to survive this, but if you do, one love.
Okay. You're on your own. Funsho.
Yeah, like I've been saying, sis, I believe in getting ahead of situations and damage control. So open up to your wife, be sincere about it. Whatever is going to happen, the world will not end. Run to Brunei before you say it goes. I can get you connections to Brunei. Run to Brunei before you say it, because your wife is going to, if you say it and stay with your wife, knife on your chest midnight in front of your father-in-law, double barrel gun. Yeah. Run to Brunei, declare it, so you can control the damage. It doesn't scatter everywhere and you don't know where to start from. That's my own advice.
Advocate, one word advice for this man.
Advice.
No advice.
Be just sorry for your predicament. I don't have advice.
Okay, guys, we're gonna leave it the way it is. To the man that phoned in the show, he will be watching this. Our heart goes out to you. You might look at the range of advice given today and take action where necessary. And if you choose to take the issue to your grave, just make sure that in your will there's a portion of your money left for the young man. You may tie it around like, okay, he's my wife's brother and I want him to succeed in life.
In the will so that I can make heaven.
Yeah. That's not taking me to the grave.
Better move first so that I can enter heaven.
We'll leave it at that. Until next week, it's been a pleasure, because this team, I tell you, they bring it 110%. And we'll see you next week. Thanks for coming in. Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.